What did you guys think of this movie anyway?
Sucked.
So
I hated it. Weak. Disqualified.
Damn right you're not being cool.
You're not cool, man.
Just another movie for the blue pill, gynocentric world.
Whoa. Get the fuck out of here with that line. What the fuck was that? That like took me right out of the movie.
Just a bunch of beta chumps.
Yeah, it's very one note so much of the time.
God damn it, Jesus Christ. Covered the whole movie.
Welcome to Raised by Video, everybody. My name is Andrew. I'm joined by Daniel and Matthew tonight.
Hello, I can't believe I'm reviewing this movie sober.
And normally Stuart's here too.
Stuart's missing today.
Quiet, Matthew. You already said it. Yeah,
Sorry.
we're Andrew, Daniel, Matthew, and Stuart, 4 out of 5 brothers. We're all actual real-life blood brothers. And Stuart couldn't make it. He's got some other duties to attend to with our founder, Blow Hogan. I don't know what they're doing, but doing something out there.
Yeah, the great reason for you to subscribe on Patreon, because it's a day job thing. We all have day jobs. And the more subscribers we get, frankly, the more content we can put out and the less chance it is that one of us is going to miss one of these fucking episodes. So just a little,
The less chance Stuart will have to prostitute himself during his night job on the streets of San Francisco or where the fuck he lives.
It's a tough life.
That's right. And he's also the funny one. So tonight's show is going to be super boring without him.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to tell them that.
Yeah. Strap yourselves
They're
in.
supposed to learn it for themselves.
I'll edit it out. Don't worry. That's the beauty about this podcast is I can say whatever I want and then edit this shit out later so that people can't hear it, you know? They don't know what we just said. I'm still
We'll
talking.
just come back
So
right
we
now. And that's the best joke you'll ever hear. Anyway, what were you saying, Drew?
Stupid babies.
Oh, gosh. I was saying, for some weird reason, tonight we're reviewing Venom, The Last Dance. And, yeah, I was actually given the introduction. You watched the wrong movie, didn't you?
No, I thought the name of this movie was Venom, the last time I shit my pants.
Close.
Maybe I did
Gross.
watch the wrong movie.
At first, I thought it was called Venom Till Death Do They Part. But then I realized that was just a movie poster.
Nice.
Oh.
Did you shit your pants?
Gave the game away.
Right there on the poster. I'm not even spoiling it. It's the marketing people who are
Yep.
spoiling the movie.
It's
for
true.
everybody.
Stupid idiots.
Yeah.
They go to Vegas and they get married. There you go. That's the movie.
Holy shit, they actually did do that.
That's true.
Except they weren't the stars of the movie.
That's
It
the
was
ending.
just a couple of extras getting married.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, spoiler.
Sweet extras.
Spoiler. Somebody gets married in the background in this movie. Okay. Anyway, yeah, Raised by Video. Stuart's missing, but we're you know our parents were very loving parents in that they just put us in front of the TV and let movies raise us and TV shows. You know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Darkwing Duck, stuff like that. You know, that's the mom, dad, wherever you are. Thank you for that. It's making us the podcast stars we are today.
That's true. I remember being sat down in front of the movie Witness, and Mom was said,
Oh, God.
definitely don't be traumatized about public restrooms from this movie. Okay, see you later. Bye.
I'm going to go do things around the house that doesn't involve me tending and caring to you guys for 18 years or more.
Wow. I feel awful saying this about her because she's the opposite of that.
Yeah, none of this is actually true.
She's probably like,
Sweetest
We
lady.
should let them watch this movie.
I know, right?
Right. If it were up to her, we'd be, 18 years old, not allowed to see Terminator 2 or something. you know?
Totally. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, mom's amazing. But we chose this name and we're sticking with it, okay?
Yeah.
Because we love movies.
'Cause it's
And I'm sure
ironic.
a lot of and because it relates to our audience, right? You guys who are listening to this podcast, you love movies too, right? You probably grew up on movies and shows like we did. So,
You want to?
you can be a member of the club and
Yeah.
also be Raised by Video for just $5,000 a month in our Patreon.
Yeah, come
very-
get in this
very
van.
easy.
Watch some movies with us. Get in the van.
Get in the van. We're going to sing David Bowie before we kill you. I mean, entertain
Sing David
you.
Bowie and then make you watch Venom: The Last Dance and Rebel Moon 2 back to back
And then
And
you will
that
kill
will kill
yourself. Right.
Yep. Either wish you were dead if you haven't already killed yourself. Yes. Oh God. So anyway, yeah, this show is a farce, a comedy, and despite what you hear here, there's no hate in our hearts for any directors, actors, films. We are almost always, usually, well, probably, it's likely that we're just kidding around when we say the mean, horrible things that we say about the movie industry.
Well, you know what
It's
Dave
just a
Chappelle
farce.
says? He says, "You got hate in your heart, let it out. White power." So that's kind of the philosophy that I go by. Except for the
He
last
does
part.
say that, doesn't he?
You know.
Let's see. I see.
Except for the last part that you were kidding about that.
Yes.
I hope so, Matthew.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll have to bite your head off.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Venom?
Okay. Wait, which head? Because I mean, we can discuss this.
Do a little jackass action here with Drew's mouth and Matt's dick. Is that what we're talking about?
Did somebody's dick head get bit off in
Guys,
Jackass?
stop
I don't remember that.
I think there was a rat trap on someone's dick at some point.
Oh, ow.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. I didn't watch that far.
Don't.
apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Good God.
Oh, man. Dick jokes out of the way. Well, okay, not at all.
We're just
There's
getting
probably lots
started.
more than that. Yeah.
We're
All right, so
barely
today we're
engorged.
reviewing- After all that talk about my mouth and Matt's dick that you just said, Dan, I need a break. I need to go to my bunk
Ready
for a minute.
Ready to go to his bunk.
Whip up some plans, if you know what I mean, about me and my brother over here.
Oh, whip up some baby batter. Got baby batter on the brain.
Baby batter, baby batter. Don't go in the towel, go in the toilet. Baby batter, baby batter.
Hilarious.
Easier cleanup, that's for sure.
Easier to clean up. Definitely more sad for the little guys.
Less laundry.
You got to do
The water treatment guys really don't like it at all.
It's true.
They hate it.
They're like, why am I always coming over here to unclog your pipes?
Coming over to unclog the
That's where they got the idea for all those porn movies. Beautiful porn. Speaking of porn movies, we are reviewing Venom 3. Venom, The Last Dance. Which has a lot of pipes in it. Pipes and babes and aliens and monsters and one cuss word. And okay, so Tom Hardy is a shell of himself playing Eddie Brock and Venom in this movie. Normally a very good actor. And this movie was, the story was written by him and Kelly Marcel. Kelly Marcel wrote the screenplay and directed the film. And then we have supporting actors. Chiwetel Ejiofor plays Strickland. Juno Temple plays Dr. Teddy Payne. Rhys Ifans plays Martin. Stephen Graham, very small part. I guess he was in part 2 or something.
Yeah,
Detective
yeah.
Mulligan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peggy
no
Lu.
do-over for him.
Yeah.
That was his last dance too, you know?
Also had one of the cringiest lines in this movie, which I'm sure we'll talk about. But
The darkness has teeth.
yeah.
Yes. I was watching it like, he's giving a good performance. And then the darkness has teeth line came out like, that was weird.
Oh boy. Oh man. Oh god. That's bad.
There were so many cringy lines in this movie.
So many. And Chiwetel Ejiofor has so many of them. Oh my God. Or actually
Yeah,
some
and
stinky line deliveries. Sorry, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, his line deliveries are horrible. The way he moves his head when he says them. Oh, God. He's just, dude, I've never seen you act this terribly.
Quit moving your head, Chewy.
God dang.
This is
Okay,
all.
then we
This
got-
is why I thought that the name of this movie was Venom: The Last Ass.
Venom, the last time I shit my ass pants.
The last of the Ashekans.
or Venom. Why, Tom Hardy? Why?
Nice. Right.
Oh, God. The last line of the movie. Oh, my God.
The last
Jesus
action
Christ.
hero. Still going.
Nice. Keep them coming.
Okay.
Keep them rolling. You guys do that while I continue moving us forward so this isn't a 2-hour episode. But keep going.
Okay.
Okay, 2 more supporting characters. We got Peggy Lu, which Mrs. Chin. She apparently is a fan favorite or something. She had to be written in this movie for some fucking reason. And then we have Clark Bacco, who plays Sadie, aka Christmas. All right, and then we got some other people, but I'm not gonna name them all. So I literally took notes for this movie on a legal pad, and I have 2.5 pages of notes.
Nice.
Of hate. I've got a bunch of. I wrote hate speech down on this legal pad.
Wow. So we
Dear
are
Kelly Marcel the Shell, here's some hate stuff.
Dear Tom Hardy, you were roped into this, weren't you?
WTF?
I can tell.
Was your contract for 3 movies? I guess it was. I don't know.
It's probably just payday for everyone involved in these shitty movies.
Yeah.
Let me read the IMDb storyline. It's only a couple sentences.
Okay.
All right. This is hilarious. In Venom: The Last Dance, Tom Hardy returns as Venom, one of Marvel's greatest and most complex characters
Very
for
complex.
the final film in the trilogy.
Could have been cool.
Like, you lost me there. If we're watching the same movie, you couldn't write that. Okay. Eddie and Venom are on the run, hunted by both of their worlds, and with the net closing in, the duo are forced into a devastating decision that will bring the curtains down on Venom and Eddie's last dance. Now,
Matt's got the sound effects ready.
thank God.
That was
Thank
me.
God for Matt. So, yeah, it's nice that, if it's nice that they're telling the audience that this is the final installment. That's great. And so it was super, it seemed to me it was just a very low effort on everybody's part, except maybe the graphics team. And even then, I did not like the graphics in this movie. I thought it was just cheap. But for one of Marvel's greatest and most complex characters, this movie did not deliver that at all for me. You guys got any thoughts, any overall opinions that are not spoiler? I mean, you can't spoil anything in this movie. It's already been spoiled by the marketing team. So what are you guys' thoughts?
I think I'm going to go ahead before age before beauty, because I'm pretty sure this movie is just made for kids. Honestly, I'm like, okay, this is for
exactly
14,
what I think it is.
14
No,
to
5th graders.
Right.
5th graders.
Yeah, 14 or
Right.
19
Fifth
years
graders.
old. Maybe.
Yeah. I feel like this movie was made for children with recent head injuries. That makes the most sense, I think.
That is a very niche audience.
That is
Yeah, I
pretty
like it.
niche. There's probably like what, 36 million of them out there right now in America alone.
I was just born this
They
way.
just run into things with their heads, and
That's
I mean,
10% of our population
the
right
American
now.
way.
Yep. That's the
No, that's the
future.
character Martin. This character Martin in this movie. Oh wait, no, that's every character in this movie. They all have head trauma. So yeah, every child with a head injury can relate to every character in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Even Strickland.
What about you, Matt? What you got? Thoughts?
Yeah, it was pretty clear that it was, just kind of written for kids, but even then it was like, this would have been better with like a, low budget Venom show. It reminded me of like that Mask cartoon, based off of the Jim Carrey movie.
Oh, I never watched the cartoon.
I watched like one episode and I was like, this probably would have fit pretty well in there. Yeah, just not very good writing. There were some fun parts, I didn't completely hate it. It wasn't a Zack Snyder movie, and for me, but
Amen to that, brother.
but yeah, for the most
White
part, I
power.
was like, what am I watching?
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Pretty weird.
That's how I felt as well. When I sat down to watch this, I had heard that it was bad by a couple of reviews online, and it popped up onto HBO here in Brazil, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll try it. It was Friday night, so I put it on, and I'm like, what the hell am I watching? And yet I was compelled to watch the whole way through.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't stop. It was weird.
Hypnotizing. There was
But like
between
like,
you
what
and the
am I
computer, a symbiosis
what?
of some kind. Sorry.
it was a TV. I watched it on TV.
Oh,
It was a
yeah.
fairly big screen.
Television. I've heard about televisions.
Yeah, they got like tubes
next
in
big
them or
thing.
something. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
You know, the Lazy Boy proceeded the invention of the television. It was a perfect fit.
Whoa.
Lazy Boy and the television.
That
yes.
is. They're fucking out to brainwash us, folks. The
It's true. I saw
furniture
it.
industry and the television industry working in tandem.
They're
I
getting your
believe it.
ass. Fuck.
In symbiosis.
Yes.
Is how they're working.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my feelings on this movie, I kind of want to just go through my notes. I think it could
That's
be
kind of what
fun.
I do.
It
yeah.
is
We do it every.
almost scene by scene, but we'll try and keep it fast.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Almost. And that's what I thought when I was watching this first time. Like, what? This is practically scene by scene bad.
Everything
It's
I
just
hate.
so
Yes,
bad.
exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretentious. It's a comedy more than anything. It's a cartoon comedy, really. And yet they still seem to make it cringy and pretentious and like the audience is stupid. And you'll see what I mean here in a couple minutes. But I mean, I think it was written, like Matt said, either for kids with head injuries or fifth graders. Like Alex Hormozy, if anybody knows who Alex Hormozy is, he's always preaching, always write your emails, your copy on your webpage, all this, always write for people with, he either says a fifth grade education or a seventh grade reading level, not education, but reading level. And it's like, that's what they did with this movie. They took that literally and took a Venom movie and wrote it.
They listen to
for
Alex
people.
Hormozy. Quit ruining our movies, Alex Hormozy. Jesus Christ.
We have somebody to blame. It's not
Concentrate on
Kelly Marcel
Jim
or Tom
stuff
Hardy.
or-
It's
Stay in
Alex
your
Hormozy.
lane.
Just talk about business. Quit. Don't influence movie people. Come on. God. We had it so good, Alex. Till
Just
you came
concentrate on
around.
growing your hair out or something.
Getting big
Whatever
muscles.
You do.
Whatever it is you do over there.
Just TRT, bro.
Okay. So the movie opens with the bad guy that you never fucking see. You never see him in action, which is actually kind of refreshing. But it's Null, Knull, the slicer of worlds.
Oh.
Whoever the fuck
Must
came
have
up
worked
with
at
that
a
name.
pizza restaurant.
I know. His childhood friends called him Baloney. Hey, salami. Yeah. Hey, Baloney. You slice any worlds lately?
You fucking dumb shit.
You slicing motherfucker.
I'm gonna get you guys. I'm gonna create a bunch of symbiotes and a bunch of
gonna slice you up.
xenomorphs, xenophages, and I'm gonna get you because you know what? I'm older than the universe. Okay, yeah, I'm older than the universe, and so I'm gonna slice you
That's what he
And
said.
with my symbiotes and xenophage.
Does he just
is-
like monologue every day for no reason?
I
Or
know.
like
Yeah.
Yeah,
just starts off with his
Yeah.
monologue like he's talking directly to the audience.
They needed a way to give Andy Serkis lines. Like, we'll just have you say stuff and like give plot points and everything. It's gonna be
Yeah.
great.
It's like he was locked up. His symbiotes locked him up somehow, but yet he has these weird creatures, and then he's like, "I'll reward you with your lives if you get the like symbiotes." I didn't
Right.
understand that at all. I was like,
Right.
"What? Are they
Yeah.
dead or something?"
He
What's-
won't kill them because he can kill
Yeah.
them now. I don't.
Yeah,
What,
that's weird.
yeah.
That's
How's he
not-
gonna kill him if he can't? Right, like they're already alive, so you need to do his bidding. What?
I'd be like, "Fuck you, buddy! Come get me, you piece of shit! You look like you're locked up in symbiote prison. So suck a dick."
I got fucking portals. I can portal anywhere I want. So fuck you, man.
Right, exactly.
Very
You
weird.
give me my life. I'm already alive. Yeah, so that raises a bunch of questions like how was he imprisoned? They never explain how he was imprisoned, and then why the fuck the symbiotes fear it so bad? Because if they already did it once, why can't they just do it again? Like they imprison him and then run away. They flee for safe haven, even though he's imprisoned forever. What is going on here?
Yeah.
Where's the logic in this? Was it luck?
Nowhere.
Like, hey, oh shit, we locked it, guys, we locked him up.
Let's
Sweet.
run away.
Show of hands. Anybody expect that to happen? Anybody? Yeah. Okay. No. All right. Yeah. Let's book it in case he, maybe gets out or
Show of tentacles. Give me a show of tentacles. Okay. Put Susie down for 8 tentacles. Okay. Ryan's showing 3. All right. Okay. Let's stick with one, people. One tentacle each. This is getting hard.
So yeah, Noel monologues some of the fiercest shit, so that you know he's like a really, really extra bad guy, and you're really supposed to fear him. Okay, so the next scene is Eddie, who says "people" really weird, and I don't know. I don't even know what he's. Oh yeah, he's sitting in a bar. Oh, so there's some aliens who took away people. And it's like, I don't know, is he supposed to be drunk, or what is this acting? What is this character doing? I don't get it. Then he's all of a sudden sucked into a portal. Apparently portals just open and suck you in out of nowhere.
What was that? What was that?
And I don't know.
They put him into the MCU briefly for like sequel bait. And then at the beginning of this one, like, oh, well, we can't do anything with the MCU, so we're just going to open up a magic portal and suck him back to his own universe. Like,
right.
The laziest shit ever.
Okay. Was it part 2? The end of part 2 where they put him in this MCU?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Actually, I don't remember which one it was, but it was, like one of those end credit scenes where he like goes into the MCU universe and you're like, oh, cool. He's going to be, maybe he'll team up with Spider-Man or something. But no, they don't do that.
Weird. That's very weird.
So they drop him in at an end movie scene.
That's
a Easter egg scene, I guess they're called. And then they suck him out at the beginning of this movie. I don't even know how they sucked him out. The hole just suddenly appears, and he's just
a literal like Deus Ex Machina sort of thing, where that's like the author coming in and moving him and saying something. Sony like giving Marvel the middle finger or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure. Not sure what happened. But then, so then he plops down in an alternate universe in the same bar with the same bartender. Yeah. And we have this ridiculous slapstick scene. Like it's this slapstick comedy scene where Venom all of a sudden goes, I want a Bloody Maria. And then goes and forces Eddie to make him a Bloody Mary, destroying the dude's bar, tossing bottles everywhere.
They made a point of like cutting to the bottle, like hitting other bottles, and it stays on it for just too long.
Yeah.
Like, what? I don't,
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yes, he's making
tossing
a mess.
things
That
everywhere.
Sucks. I think it's obvious. But weird. And they do something like that in the other ones, if I'm not mistaken. So it's just a shtick that they have going on, but it looks dumb.
The poor guy's bar. Like what the, Jesus.
Yeah.
And then this guy who's in Ted Lasso, the Mexican bartender, good actor in Ted Lasso, but he's just, it's unfortunate that he has these lines that he has in this movie. He's just this confused, sort of slapstick, funny, sad guy. Yeah. Like, what does he say? What were those things when he sees the arms? It's just, there's no point in this guy being there except to give fifth graders a little chuckle of, oh yeah, that would be weird. Oh, that would be weird if Venom made a fucking Bloody Mary in my goddamn fucking bartender's fucking bar.
Wow.
Fuck. Because that's how fifth graders talk.
This fifth grader's a piece of shit, man.
This fifth grader grew up in my old neighborhood, apparently.
This fifth grader was raised by video, rated R videos,
Raised by Die Hard movies, apparently.
Oh.
Hey, sucking egg. Oh, wait, that was Dick Tracy.
Oh, man, whoa. Calm down.
Fuck you, motherfucker. That's a horrible, that's a horrible Samuel Jackson shit.
Oh, shit, I thought it was Bruce Willis. Fuck you,
motherfucker. I thought it was that one lady from Half Baked when he's like, hey, girl, are you hungry?
Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh,
he's talking to the horse, not the woman. He was talking to the horse.
Right.
Okay, so then we got a news report. So Eddie makes this Bloody Mary, sits down at the bar and watches some news, and the news report
in English, by the way.
It's like
in
English in a bar in Mexico
for some reason.
And blah blah blah. Eddie Brock wanted for the murder of Detective Mulligan or whatever. How long will he evade? Police, only time will tell. I just love that line. How long will he evade? Only time will tell. Oh, really? Okay.
That's how newscasters talk. Did you know that?
Right.
I guess so.
Yeah. Yeah. These people who wrote it definitely did their research and watched news, and it helped.
Most accurate part of the movie.
But you know what? Fifth graders don't watch news, so they have no fucking idea what's going on.
That's true.
Is that really on news?
There's like,
reporters
okay,
talk?
the world is after him. Wow, what's Eddie and Venom gonna do?
Wow.
Let's tune in to find out.
I don't know. Let's tune the fuck in. Yeah.
I want some Crocs. Give me some Crocs.
Oh God, that's
So he leaves the place and there's like a flaming truck in the middle of the street. What the fuck was that about?
I
Is
have
that
no
just
idea. Right? He's in a bad part of town. But I was confused still thinking about the portal. I'm like, where the fuck is he? And did he get portaled into a post-apocalyptic land or something?
Right. Or is that just what the writers think Mexico is like? Like,
I
yeah,
know,
there's
right? Like,
flaming
everything is
vehicles.
trashed. There's a really nice bar, but every fucking street is just like, you need to put fires for the homeless to not congregate around. I don't get it.
So fucking weird.
And by the way, while he's walking down this street, the voice of Venom says, "We are fugitives. We are on the run. But I will only eat bad guys."
Hey, boo boo. What do you think we eat some picnic basket?
Do you mind if I tell you exactly what's going on? As if the audience is stupid while we walk down this street. Because they can't put two and two together.
The
We
audience is
have
young.
to narrate the whole thing.
And then you got some bad hombres coming up when, and he's like, it's like, this is our territory, Holmes.
Hey, Holmes.
These are our fighting dogs,
Yeah.
essay.
Elbows up, side to side. Elbows up, side to side. Not everyone will understand that. Just look up the song. Yeah, it was pretty. And then like some song came on like "Hold the Line." It was like the 90th rock and roll song as he beat them up. And
Yeah, it was this upbeat, fun
Right.
rock music. But wait. First, one of the most cringeworthy
Okay.
lines delivered by this guy covered in
I
face
know, so
tattoos.
funny.
Eddie's sitting there saying, I've got a dark side to me. You
We
don't want
all
to find
have
out. I'm
dark
giving you a chance. No, and then this guy goes, "We all have monsters inside of us."
yes, I know. I know. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks, terrible tattoo-faced man who is about to kill me. Thanks
Instead
for
of
saying
killing
that.
me, why don't you go talk to your psychiatrist about this a little more? Because it sounds like you're really in touch with the human condition. Thanks. See you later.
We all have monsters inside us, hombre.
Hey,
Oh God,
we all got monsters inside. Little
this-
little perros, little tortillas, all inside of us. Yeah, Holmes.
They wiggle around in there, man. They try to get out, but they can't get out.
Sometimes I fart them out.
Then I make my wife clean my underwear.
You ever had a tomatillo tamale, man? Oh shit.
I Dutch oven my wife with that shit.
Okay, Jesus.
Monsters inside.
Yeah, terrible line.
So after that completely pointless exchange,
No point to this whole scene whatsoever.
none at all. And and by the way, when they walk in and see these dogs, Venom is like this fucking bipolar schizophrenic alien or whatever the fuck he is. Oh, how cute! I promise not to eat them.
Right.
Like, dude, this guy, Venom can't decide whether he's playful, a little, 5-year-old kid, or, a lethal protector, whatever. So anyway, we get into this comical slapstick fight scene, like Dan was saying, with the upbeat rock and roll 90s fun music. And instead of just grabbing all 4 of them with tentacles and eating their heads like he does at the end of the fight, they decide to do these things. He first he becomes full Venom, then he turns back into Eddie, and he takes one guy and puts him hangs him by his neck with a chain, and then puts a scratch protector over his head. And then we lock another guy in a cage and say, "Bad boy." And then he throws a shoe at another guy. and makes a joke. Oh, that's sturdy footwear. It's just this stupid like play. Boing, boing, doink. Ow! This stupid scene. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? And then after all that, then he gathers the four of them up, says something. Oh yeah, another super cringy line where he tries to say, "We are Venom." Anybody want to take a stab at that?
Oh no, God, horrible.
What are you? We are Venom. We are Venom. We are Venom. We're gonna have to work on that.
Yeah.
I like got goosebumps I almost threw up in my mouth. I almost threw up all my monsters inside me. That was
Drew either
such a
gets
bad
goosebumps or loses his lunch with a bad movie. That's why we liked watching these bad movies. Just to see the physical torment that Drew goes under every time.
He's in cold sweats over there.
Right.
I can't take it. Turn it off. No, leave it on. I must. Leave it on.
He shit his pants one time.
It comes out both ends.
So I guess the point of that scene is like,
often.
okay, cool, he's a good guy. He saved the dogs. But other than that, that has no relevance to the rest of the film whatsoever.
He references it later, like, I'm sure people are going to be looking for us for the murder of those men. And I'm like, no, nobody's fucking looking for you.
Yeah, but even that doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not looking for you for that.
And I get
You're a fucking alien, bro.
For drug dealers or dog dealers. Right, exactly.
Dog fighters, yeah.
Dog dealers.
Dog dealers. 4 dog dealers go. Their heads go missing.
Dogs, Holmes. Man,
that other fucking dog cartel took their heads, bro. It was the Chihuahua gang.
They're small, but they're vicious, eh?
They're small, but they take your fucking head, man.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was just a horrible scene. I hope the listeners are enjoying, us walking through scene by scene, because now you don't have to watch it.
Stick around for 5 more hours and we'll get through the whole movie.
Right. This was the first 10 minutes. It does pick up pace because you got a bunch of action sequences that are just kind of, but anyway, so then after this, we meet Strickland, played by Chiwetel Ejiofor, whom I enjoy in his other works. But in this one, he's just like this super serious, head twitching, over-actor. I don't know what he's doing.
He doesn't have a lot to work with.
Yeah, his lines are shit.
No,
he's really like, I don't know. He's so good that he's probably intentionally overacting him. Just to be like, yeah, I know what kind of movie I'm in right now. So
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, there was just this one thing. He picks up a piece of Venom. Venom left a coin for the bartender and said, keep the change. And then there was a piece of the symbiote still there. But right before the bartender touches it, Strickland gets it. And then he says, viral shedding. Because I don't know, I guess the symbiotes are a virus and they shed. I don't know what the term viral shedding has to do at all. With symbiotes.
I wish Venom told me that before I that he was virally shedding before we, did our
Fused.
thing. Right.
Yeah, I don't think that ever comes up again, does it?
I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah.
No. Super weird.
Interesting.
Weird. So then we meet Dr. Payne, played by Juno Temple. She wakes up from a dream, again, a very exposition-y dream. Where we meet the brother.
When thunder sounds, it's time to go to Pound Town. I think that's what he said.
That's what he said to his twin sister.
Yeah. It was this beautiful incest scene. The best scene in the movie, really.
Some are saying the best scene of all time. Yeah, her intro, this poor woman's, Juno Temple's, the character she plays, the intro is a dream about the event that will obviously be the defining feature of this entire character, her whole being. And that is some bullshit character development that is doing your brain harm. It's just, when I see that shit, I'm like, why? This is so fucking lazy. There's so many interesting ways to develop a character. But You're making movies in industrial conditions. They're gonna just hammer it out, and they don't really care. Again, it's for 12-year-olds. So
I mean, there's no need for her to like have an arc.
I
like
know it's so pointless.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's so
weird.
unnecessary. Yes. So
Even at the end, when spoiler, when a symbiote fucks her inside and out
what?
and heals
Goes to
her
Pound Town.
with the viral shedding stuff. Yeah, Pound Town time, I mean, fuses with her, bonds with her. God, whatever the fuck they're calling it these days, After that, her arm is suddenly healed. Like, okay, what was the point of all this?
Now she's got like a little electrical lightning power or something. That
Right. Maybe
still
setting up a
doesn't
new
matter at
character.
all.
I don't care. Yeah.
No point in it. So yeah, we meet her. It's her when she's 12 years old. She just finished making out with her brother, and she goes, "My brother, the future NASA scientist." And he goes, "One day." And then he dies by a strike of lightning, but she lives, and her left side is paralyzed.
Every
her left
character
arm
needs
is
to have trauma in these fucking movies. Like, God, you need it, Hollywood. Quit giving every character some unsurmountable trauma. It's so stupid.
Hey,
Sorry.
Christmas didn't have any trauma. She was my favorite character.
Yeah, that's true.
Nah, she had a thing about Christmas. She like had a really
That's
bad
true.
one
Her
once.
mom died. That's right. It was a mom thing. No, my
Did her mom die? I didn't catch that.
Something like that, probably. I don't know.
Something
Yeah,
dumb.
you never get into it.
Probably. I don't know. I didn't know
Because
anything
she said
about
her
her
mom
mom.
liked Christmas or some line like that. That's
Some throwaway line, but
Oh, okay.
what
yeah.
I kept thinking of is I think it was a James Bond line or something like "Christmas comes early."
Christmas will come twice this year.
oh. But that's it. That's all you
Sit
get
on
for the whole
my-
year.
And then you're gonna die like all the other Bond girls. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Oh, I just remembered something her brother said before they got struck by lightning. When thunder growls, it's time to empty your bowels.
He said that. It's true. He said that.
Yeah. It's good. Good advice.
When the thunder's rolling in thick, it's time to suck a dick.
When the thunder rumbles, it's time to crumble. That one doesn't work so well.
That was pretty good. It was a good effort. It was good effort.
When the thunder booms, it's time to eat some poons.
When the
It's better than Cumble, that's for sure.
when the thunder's so loud you lose all hope, it's time to throw some rope.
Shit, that was dope.
Wow. You're welcome, Internet.
Shit, yo motherfucker, my name is Venom. You know Eddie Rock? I'm all up in him. We fight all the time like a married couple. He says my black ass is always causing trouble, but we need each other in a bad, bad way. Don't call it gay, it's more than just gay.
We love each other, but it's more than just gay. We inside each other, but it's more than just gay. We love each other, but it's more than just gay. We inside each other, but it's more than just gay. We love each other, but it's more than just gay. We inside each other, but it's more than just gay.
Okay, then we see an acid shower. Yep.
Yes.
We see an acid shower, like, oh, that's going to come in handy in the climax sequence. Okay,
But
let's
why
keep going.
does General
Yeah.
Strickland do that? Like, he just gets home from this mission. He's like, oh, I forgot to acid this truck over here. It's
Oh,
like,
Bill's waving me down over at the old acid shower. I better go run over there and give my credentials. Yep, good job melting this
Fucking
stuff.
weird.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
I was supposed to destroy this thing. I forgot. Let me do that real quick.
Right. And then, okay, I don't want to take over, Drew, but then the similar scene, we see the Juno Temple drive her truck into a waterfall of sand, or
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? I
What is
rewound it. I'm
going
like,
on
is
here?
that muddy water? Is that a sandfall? I don't understand.
It
What
was
the
a sand
hell?
fall.
I don't know what it
going
was. I thought it was
on?
dirty water. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like,
it
oh,
didn't make sound like water. It was like sand falling. It's weird.
And they're decommissioning Area 51. Like, oh, let's make this, let's wipe it off the map. Well, I'll just drive over here to this definitely not eye-boggling, mind-bending sandfall that definitely won't attract tourists and alien seekers. I was like, what is happening right now? It's like entering the Batcave or something. It was very strange.
Yeah. And they're calling this Area 55.
Right.
So she gets in there and then she takes an elevator down. And oh my God, then she gets out, and then Strickland walks up and meets her. And so they're walking, they clearly know each other, and yet they're talking to each other.
About Area 51.
Like, well, all this will be shut down within the next 3 days.
But not down here.
Well, not down here.
We're going to keep doing our thing.
Let's just keep talking like we've never met before.
This place is
like,
invisible to humans and aliens.
Yeah. 100 feet below the level of the surface.
Unbelievable.
No one's phoning home from here.
Right.
And it's like,
yes,
what are these two characters who see each other every day? Why are they talking about this
Right.
in this way?
And then she like casually goes into her brother's death and like how he wanted to be a scientist and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep.
What world are we living in right now?
That's the clunkiest exposition ever. Like something you'd find in like a fifth grader's fucking fanfic or something.
Just
It's
so
like, come on.
Yep.
They're just pumping. It's
That's
just
it.
laziness. They don't care. They're not
Yeah.
trying. Nobody's trying.
And that's what I'm thinking about this movie. It's like I was telling you guys with The Dark Knight Rises, like that was just such a lackluster bullshit effort following up two great movies, Batman Begins and The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Excellent films. And, The Dark Knight arguably definitely better than the Batman Begins, but Batman Begins was still impressive for what it was. Incredibly, God, it was good. And then you got The Dark Knight Rises, and it's like, we got to end this. Basically, Batman's dying in this one. Okay, so let's just finish this off as quickly as we can. And it's like these, for some reason, these third movies where everything has to end, everybody's just super lazy about it. The writing's lazy, the acting's lazy. And the writing is the worst part. Like, why did you write such a terrible story? Mm-hmm. And so I feel this way about the Venom 3 the same way I feel about Dark Knight Rises. It's a steaming pile of shit that was just unloaded because there was thunder over there that was growling. So
yeah,
anyway.
I don't understand it. It's crazy.
You never know, but it's a bad movie. You never know
However,
what caused it, but it's a bad one. You never know why it was made this way, but it was a bad one.
Yeah.
Objectively. Scientifically bad. Yep.
Measurably
quantifiable, quantitatively bad.
As bad as the CGI tear on Stephen Graham's cheek when he's talking to.
Was that CGI?
No,
It looked like CGI to me. It was like they added it after like, oh, we need to give him a tear for some reason. I don't know.
Nice.
Right before his darkness has teeth line.
The darkness has teeth. Yeah, I thought he was doing a good job up until there. I was like, oh, wow, that's okay.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
Oh, man. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. You can tell everybody's reading from a script. It's like this isn't real world at all. Everybody's just reading a script, some sort of, like Matt said, that was a good way to describe it, some sort of fan fiction script that somebody wrote in fifth grade.
On a napkin.
So, yeah.
In a bar.
Fortunately, I didn't care
cocaine.
about Venom as much as Batman, so I wasn't as offended by this movie as I was by Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that some other time.
Yeah.
Well, Daniel, you said you watched Venom 2 before this, right?
It was like The Dark Knight, just an impressive, fast-paced, amazing little piece of cops and robbers cinema. Fucking awesome.
And it wasn't written for fifth graders?
No, it was also a piece of shit, and it was written for fifth graders. It was arguably worse. It was just so dumb.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Incredibly bad.
See, I remember
not
thinking
liking it.
I remember thinking like, this is kind of a waste of time. But I don't remember. I mean, then again, back then we weren't doing a podcast about this shit, so a little different mindset
about objective truth in movies.
Yeah, that's before we had our scientific metrics to determine whether a movie was good or bad.
Also known as the Raised by Video star system.
That's right.
No one's ever done that before.
We got fingers involved there too.
We got some fingers and some treats.
Some shocker.
And some
we got a
holes.
shocker. That means it's a good movie.
You got the live long and prosper.
We got the thumb up the bung hole. And that's just for good fun.
That's, yeah. I give
Everybody
it 2
likes that.
thumbs up to bungholes up.
Oh, God.
The same bunghole, just so we're clear. That makes it better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, stretch it out a little bit. But yeah, the awful exposition keeps going. Like,
That we cut to a hippie van. I'm like, well,
yeah. That's why we cashed in our savings and came on this road trip, babe.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right. Yep, you're right.
Hey
I
guys,
just want to
did
see
you
an
know
alien.
we're reviewing
boy.
this movie because we want to get some sweet Patreon money. I don't know if you knew that, but
Yep, that's right,
Yeah.
brother. That's right, brother of mine.
That's why I chose this one over Babylon today, is so that our viewers would like it more. Because Babylon, not much to talk about in that 3-hour-long movie about Hollywood in the 1920s and 1930s. No. We definitely want to talk about Venom, the 5th grade piece of shit that it is, so that we can get that sweet Patreon money.
Cha-ching.
So we can quit our day jobs.
so we can quit our day jobs and live like fucking kings.
But we got to give 2-week notice. So let's be responsible.
Yeah,
Give us
that's true.
Do the Patreon. Okay.
Just
do the
do it.
Patreon.
Do it now.
I don't know where I'm going with that.
Do it. Do it now.
Cut that out.
Patreon.
Future
Do a Patreon.
Yeah, and
Cut that out, future true.
yeah, future true. Assuming you'll be
Because
editing
I'm going to be
this
the one editing this. Well, okay. Let me say something else about something else I want to cut out later.
Oh, okay.
We were still in the lab and we meet Sadie, aka Christmas, who we alluded to before. Whom, yeah, it's and this is so they're studying symbiotes. I have in my notes Sadie, Christmas, someone I'd like to study very closely.
Nice.
But there's this exactly.
Man,
Thank you,
I'd like
Matt.
to put her skin on top of a mannequin and see how it will fit.
I wouldn't want to damage her in any way. She's perfect just as she is. But there was there's a weird lingering shot of the bottle when Venom was making a mess. There's some weird shot of her shoes.
Uh-huh.
Like
I know.
She takes off her shoes.
I know.
And then we should get a shot of them on the shelf.
Well, Tom
And
Hardy
then-
takes them later. That's why. But much later. And
Really?
Yes.
Those were the shoes he took later?
Yeah, I didn't put that
His
together
feet
either.
fit her
I know.
feet?
Yes.
What?
Right. She's got big ass feet.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to know her that well anymore, actually.
I bet they're
I'll just-
angel
I'll
feet.
just
Even if they're big, they're
Remove the
angel feet.
Right.
But then she gives this really awkward, she sees a symbiote. She goes, hi, welcome.
I know. Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Is that around
Okay.
the time when Payne
Moving on.
and what's her name, or what's his name, Strickland and
Yeah.
Payne go down to like look at the symbiotes for no reason?
Yeah,
to like
and
say some
expose
lines?
more. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then he's like, you guys on this side are so weird. She goes, hey, you don't get mad at people for enjoying their job, blah, blah, blah. And that's when he says something about her Christmas pin. He's like, it's fucking July, bitch.
Whoa.
Take your Christmas pin off, bitch. It's probably what he wanted to say, but he didn't. And she's like, Mom, I'm going to turn into a ferocious symbiote. The best there are is later. And you're going to regret saying that because I'm going to save you. Anyway.
We do follow her a little more than it feels necessary. We get some moments later also with her, and it's just done so strangely, and we know why later on. We'll get there, but it was not necessary. You didn't need to show her being a person before this thing she does later happens. It just makes it weird because you lose the story and you do these little tangents, or like, it just makes it so obvious to the audience that you're setting something up, but you're doing so in a very unclear way. So yeah, we'll get there though.
Yeah. So then they go into decontamination, and Strickland, he was trying to walk into the room without decontaminating, like it's his first fucking time he's ever been in this room. And he goes, what is there a risk of getting infected? And she's like, it's not me, it's not you I'm worried about, it's them. So he's like, I don't know. Again, it's just this stupid, like, this is a fucking general.
Yeah.
Strickland.
Because he was like, well,
who's been down here.
You like him so much, why don't you marry him? That's what he said.
Yeah. Yeah. He's being a
big baby face. Yeah. I was like, okay, get over it.
Little
face.
jelly belly.
Yeah, right? Quit being a little bitch, dude. You're a general, aren't you?
Do I have to decontaminate?
Yeah.
God damn it, Dr. Payne.
Which amounts to just getting spritzed for maybe a second under a little canopy thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Spritzed. Okay, you're free to go.
Yeah.
That killed all the bacteria on you. You're not going to...
With their helmets off.
With their helmets off. And then they walk into a room completely sealed off from the room that Mulligan is in. By the way, it's completely separated by what looks like a thick glass circle hull thing.
It's what they use to keep hockey players in the rink. That's what it is. That's all I know.
The timeout station. Yes.
The timeout station. Go sit in the corner and put this cone on your head. It's a penalty.
Okay, so now we get into the detective who's got a green symbiote on him or whatever, and it's scared. Even for some reason, even though they imprisoned Null, it's still scared. And then it's just this kind of like contrived. I don't know. I basically forgot all the things he said, but like Dan said, his performance wasn't that bad. But then he goes, "The darkness has teeth."
Yeah.
Which means I guess it's extra, extra, extra scary now or something. So
Is that when he explains the codex? Is that what happens?
It was later.
No, I think he's just talking about how scary Null is and how the symbiotes were fleeing for safe haven.
That's when the green symbiote came out. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Came out of the closet. Yeah.
Yeah, and tells him what's going on.
Or partially out, maybe not all the way. Okay. I can't remember.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was partial. Yeah.
Okay.
Because we saw the actor the whole time delivering that stuff.
Okay.
In this weird in the alien's voice.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're going back to seeing that. Okay, I lost track of where we were. Okay, continue.
Yeah. Okay. So after that, the darkness has teeth, and super cringeworthy line. Then we switch over to Eddie stuck on the top of a plane. We cut to the inside of a plane, and the captain says, "We're flying at 31,000 feet." And if you look below, you'll see
at a comfortable 21,000 feet. Or 31,000
feet. And then we cut outside of the plane, and there's Eddie, not in his Venom skin, but just short sleeve shirt, hanging on to an airplane, traveling over 300 miles an hour with Venom's hands stuck onto the airplane. And
it's not comfortable. Is the joke. That's the joke.
It's uncomfortably cold up here. And literally, folks listening, everybody listening to this, at 31,000 feet, the temperature is anywhere between -40 and -70 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's why all these people keep dying in these plane wells. You hear about this? They're like frozen. They're dead. Some people survive it, but it seems like every week some idiot tried to get a free ride on an airplane and died in the wheel well.
Really?
Yeah. You should look it up. It's crazy. It's insanely cold up there. So fucking cold. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, it's 40 below, minimum 40 below freezing. Mm-hmm. You know, is that technically minimum or maximum? Whatever. So at the highest, it's -40. And Eddie's up there. Like, I can get, like, if the symbiote is covering him completely, if he's fully clothed.
He's a superhero.
But Eddie's up there in shorts and a short sleeve shirt going, "Oh, how does Tom Cruise do this?" Yeah. And Venom says he's not a whiny bitch for one.
Yes, right.
Or whatever. And it's just like...
His use of the word bitch also means to me that this for the same audience that this show is for, about 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, something like that. He uses that a lot. Bitch. Whiny bitch. I'm like, oh, I get it. I like this movie now.
I'm going to try that someday. I'm going to fly on a plane because obviously you can survive in negative 40-degree weather.
As long as you're not a bitch.
35 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah. Then I was like, then an alien comes, right? Yeah. I was like, God, this is such an unmemorable movie. Yeah.
So for some reason, I don't remember why, but Venom, like he fully transforms to full Venom.
Mm-hmm.
So it's from Eddie Brock not freezing in that weather to suddenly full Venom. And then because he's full Venom, now this other alien who was sent by Null can see the codex.
Mm-hmm.
It's this blinking orange light in a field of gray in the alien's vision. And so the alien literally jumps 31,000 feet into the air to land on this plane. He literally jumps. What is that? 6 miles? That's a 6-mile jump or like a 5-mile jump.
He didn't,
or something?
Yeah, it's not even straight up either, but it's
really
it jumped. Like,
oh my God.
It shows the wide shot of it jumping up to this fucking airplane.
Holy shit.
Yes.
What? Oh my God. I have to go watch that again.
So I don't know. So these aliens are Superman.
Yeah, that's not how aliens behave. God.
Well,
there's no consistency because later they.
Yes.
There is no consistency.
Right.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, they could hardly jump anywhere. Yes.
Yeah.
And and then you can get hit by a truck and explode, and yet
yes,
there's just it's completely inconsistent.
Well, it was a vintage truck. Yeah, it's stupid.
So they don't build them like that anymore, do they?
Well, board tough. I don't know what it was.
Yeah. So then it goes through the alien goes through the airplane engine and gets cut into tiny pieces and falls to the ground. And this is about the time where we see the family in the hippie van driving with the silly exposition about, well, we just cashed in our good thing, dear, that you just cashed in our savings and we're driving to Area 51 to see some aliens because this is the last chance we're ever going to have. Thanks. And then a bunch of alien guts splatter on the ground and they're just like, oh, just keep going.
Oh, what was that?
And then the immortal alien just gets back up, puts itself back together, and goes, "Where is Master? What do I do now?"
Meanwhile, Eddie Brock and Venom are landing, but Venom shoots a parachute out, and so like they land. But when they land, Eddie Brock like bends over to take a breath, and the parachute gets stuck right up his ass.
I know. I was like, where did that go?
That's where Venom lives.
Did nobody see that? Or maybe it's supposed to be there. I don't know. I thought it was funny.
Oh, I saw that.
I bet the VFX team had a blast doing that. Oh my God.
Get back in my ass.
Can you be an egg shape? I hear that's healthy. Can you just make yourself an egg?
I could do anything you want me to do.
Can you shape yourself into a big black dick? Can you? That really feels.
Eddie, your wish is my command.
I can't change color. A dick it is.
I'm already black, Eddie. How big do you want this dick? Do you want the dick to have teeth? With the teeth. I love Trent Reznor.
That's what the darkness has teeth was referring to. It was a big old dick with teeth.
Dick with teeth. Dick with teeth.
Oh,
Eddie Brock loves dick with teeth. Go.
Oh, then he finds a horse, and that was fucking sweet. I'm like, yes.
I did like that sequence.
Yes.
Except for the part where when they're walking up to the horse, Venom goes, "Oh, horsey, 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 horse, horsey, horsey, horse, horsey, horsey."
Yeah.
Oh, you lovely horse.
Good horsey.
Like a fucking 10-year-old boy. Like, I don't know what Venom is. He's just this slapstick character.
He's comic relief in these movies. It's very strange.
Yeah. It's not the Venom I remember from the comic books when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy's very complex and he's very complex and he's very great. In fact, I think he's one of Marvel's greatest and most complex characters. I really like reading these comic books. That's what I always said when I was a 10-year-old boy.
It does make me want to just read the comics again because it was so much more interesting.
Oh my God, way more interesting.
Yeah, Venom.
Yeah,
Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Venom wasn't Venom didn't switch between like slapstick comedy and idiot head injury boy and I don't know, gambling addict and
Yeah, that was weird.
Superhero. It was weird. So yeah, the horse sequence was really cool. As far as graphics go, I thought the graphics were a little weird, but it was kind of fun. We had Queen playing, the music Queen. Don't stop me now.
Yep.
I'm having such a good time, which is great.
A lot of good music in this.
So Strickland comes in. Strickland comes in to hunt Eddie down. Somehow they find him right away. And they shoot him with a sonic blast. And so Eddie and Venom get separated in a river. And so they're flying down. And so somehow Eddie, goes way down the river and Venom's trying to catch up to him and he can't seem to catch up to him. So he keeps changing into like the fish and then a bigger fish. And then he goes to a frog. But during this time, this special forces team has this airplane thingy. It's a flying object. Yeah. And they have men hanging off of it. And
not getting tangled, not swaying around. Yes.
Yeah. And what they decide to do is instead of fly ahead of Eddie and Venom and drop themselves into the river, they decide to drop in behind them and chase them.
Makes sense.
In the water.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sound tactics. Yeah, for sure.
This is elite forces,
special force
elite
shit.
Forces.
They're special, all right.
They are special, all right.
That was a sweet underwater set for the river, though. I did like that. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
It was cool. It was really neat.
Clear water. Way clear.
I had a lot of fun underwater.
Incredibly deep.
Yeah.
Very fake looking, but it was cool.
Yeah.
Not as fake as CGI. I mean, there was plenty of that in there, but there was actually a set there. That was cool.
Yeah. Yes.
So I again, another inconsistency. I just found it weird that like Venom's chasing Eddie this whole time. Eddie even gets stopped, kills a person in self-defense, and then gets stopped and then at a log and then keeps going. And the whole time Eddie's trying to catch up to him, but then Venom's trying to catch up to him. But then he lands on this frog, turns into this frog, burps up a fly.
Awesome.
And then
catches a fly.
Catches a fly, burps it up, and then just kind of sits there for a good few beats.
Cool looking fucking frog.
Yeah.
Very cool. But then somehow jumps, like releases itself from the frog and jumps straight to Eddie and puts himself on Eddie.
I can't let you die.
No chasing involved anymore. Yeah. There's suddenly he didn't need to swim and go through obstacles and stuff. No, he could have just jumped there anytime, apparently. So
maybe he had some frog in him. Maybe he took some of the frog with him and he's like, oh, now I know how to jump.
Ooh, I never thought of that. Yeah.
Nice.
You're right.
Giving you a little too much credit, maybe, but what are you going to do?
Just an excuse to see the symbiote cover different things. And it had a dope in credit sequence as well for that reason. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, this is sweet.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. They could have just made the whole movie about this instead of whatever they did. God damn it.
Where's the white spider on his chest anyway? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Venom, man.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he got that from Spider-Man.
I think he did. The symbiote attached itself to Peter Parker first, right? And then and liked that experience and mimicked that spider-like sensibility or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, took it with him to Eddie Brock. I don't know.
Yep.
I need to check it out. Our audience members would know. Guys and gals, what's the deal with Venom? What's the deal with Venom?
Does he is he like a Spider-Man super fan? Is he like an ex who can't get over his ex? What's going on here, you know?
Does he have a bunch of heads? That's the comic book cover I most remember.
Oh yeah.
Him with a bunch of heads.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was dope.
Oof.
Called. Yeah.
That was some Ted McFarlane shit.
Todd McFarlane?
George McFarlane.
That was some
Todd
Ted Bundy shit right there.
Todd McFarlane, everybody. Ted McFarlane. Here to draw your
Tad
comics.
McFarlane.
Giggles McFartin, everybody.
Giggles
the
McFartin.
famed creator of Spawn and Venom. So then Frog was sweet. Then Venom saves Eddie, turns into the full Venom, and all of a sudden the xenophage is there. Boom! Ah! Ooh! Ah! I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna try and kill this. I'm gonna get the Codex thing out of Eddie Venom's head. But then all the special forces are there, and they freak out because they see this bigger, badder alien. And then a couple of them get vaporized. Apparently, when this thing eats stuff, it just vaporizes it and shoots it out of its back head gills or whatever. Yeah.
Hilarious.
So we see a couple of these people die. Eddie gets away because he unbecomes the full Venom. Mm-hmm. Yeah, then there's I think there's an exposition about Null. Oh, yeah. So Strickland goes back, and then we learn more about, I just lost 2 people.
You tell me the truth now. You can't handle the truth. God damn it. It's one of those scenes.
I was going to say, one of the things he says when he gets back there is like, it cannot be killed.
Oh, yeah.
Like he has one fight with it, and he's like, it can't be killed. I don't know what we're going to do.
Yep.
We're fucked.
That's right.
Some general.
Let me go dissolve this fucking thing in acid. They're calling me about it. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back to talk about this
like
thing that can't be killed.
That's his, I don't know, his addiction, his relaxation.
Yep.
He's like, God damn it, I need to dissolve something in acid.
Yeah, after he drills the alien, and I think it takes its full form this time, and they see it, and it's really beautiful and stuff.
Yeah.
And then Christmas has a scene where we follow her into a different room with some other lab tech that we've never seen before, or maybe have seen literally but never heard from. Don't know anything about him. And she's all weirded out, because the end of the world's apparently coming. She's like, have you spoken to your family recently? No, why should I be afraid of anything or something? I'm like, why are we following?
Yeah, she doesn't
this?
even.
You're like, oh, she really cares. She's a real human.
That was
being.
very confusing. Yes.
Yes.
It's like, what?
Yeah. So that's one of the things that Christmas. Yeah. And also Christmas tells off Dr. Payne, because Dr. Payne was like, so we get this feeling there's the end of the world is possibly at stake here. Okay. So now the humans know about it. And then Dr. Payne, Strickland's arguing for destroying this thing and, the symbiotes and Eddie and everything, getting rid of the Codex. And then Dr. Payne says, science requires sacrifices. And Christmas goes, Teddy, this is serious. And then she goes and talks to that other character about, have you spoken to your family lately? And the other character says, what's going on? Instead of answering her directly.
Oh my God.
So yeah,
Is it the end of the world again or something?
What?
Happens every fucking week. Oh my God.
Why do you always ask me about my family? I'm not even going to answer you anymore.
Thanos just disappeared my family, and I'm back. And they're back. And now this again? Fuck.
That was a different universe, Daniel. Different universe.
I had no idea.
Jiminy Universe.
They explained that so clearly at the beginning of this movie, okay? So clear. How did you miss
I
that?
have no idea. I wasn't paying attention.
Wait.
I was really, really high. Off of spray paint. I was huffing spray paint. Don't do that, folks. It's not good for your brain.
So speaking of the Codex thing, okay, so it only shows up when Venom is fully covering Brock.
Yeah, that we should explain.
Brock Sampson or whatever.
Right.
But why wouldn't you just have a little quarter-inch or something open, or just part of it, like a hand or something?
Right.
Yeah.
If that's what it is.
Yeah.
Right. The Codex is a combination of both their life forces. When it happens, it's created when the symbiote brings its host back to life, and which is something that happened in the first movie.
Yeah.
So, it's like a little light that goes on for no other purpose, apparently, than to lead aliens to track you, to unlock a prison with this fucking thing, which presumably would be not exactly rare. So yeah, great idea, symbiotes, idiots.
Yeah, did they come up with this fucking system?
I know,
Who came
right?
up with this shit? What
Well,
is
they
happening?
locked Kroll or Null or Kronos or Corvex or something into the black cloud surrounding the universe. So, like, presumably they would have control over what the fuck the key was, and not the thing that they create every time they save one of their hosts.
Right.
So fucking dumb.
Why would you even make a key if that's?
I know.
the
Why would you
case?
ever make a key? Let's let them get out with this quarter, a 1975 quarter. Those are pretty rare, right? Yeah, that's pretty fucking rare. Yeah, they'll never find one of those. Bizarre. Everyone's doing coke in LA, folks. Everyone's doing mountains of cocaine.
Or they're paid too much and they just asleep at the fucking
Or they
wheel.
don't give a shit.
Jesus Christ. Yeah,
Both can be
Maybe
true.
both. Maybe both.
probably both. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're almost through. We still got a page of notes.
Thank God. Family in the V's. Are
you not enjoying this,
We get
Daniel?
some Cat Stevens and Bowie. He dances a little. The alien very easily sneaks in an alien detecting agency. There's a big fight. Vintage truck saves the day.
Yeah.
Does a little Civil War action, and that's fine. Everything's good. Everything's been
Well,
expunged.
but we missed Las
Yeah,
Vegas,
that's
where Venom
Utterly pointless
like,
Las Vegas.
Yeah, completely fucking pointless, except to show how goddamn stupid Venom itself is when he is somehow lured into not even lured. He just willingly walks into dancing with Mrs. Chin as full on Venom,
So fucking
knowing
stupid.
It is
he was the
unbelievable.
one who cautioned
I know.
Eddie. Yeah, he's like, if we become full, then the thing will detect us. And yet he becomes full to dance with. And that was the stupidest fucking sequence
God.
I've ever seen.
And yeah,
Like,
and she's just there randomly. Like, I mean, it's all too much. But especially the dancing thing is like, oh, I want to dance, so I'm gonna risk our lives into the fucking world so I can dance with Mrs. Chin.
Well, that's how
Like,
we start to
what?
like
Yeah.
him and feel him like he's a free being right before he dies.
I feel like he's a fucking idiot. That's what I feel like.
I know. You
I think he's got some serious
you
head
can't
trauma,
make
yeah.
your heroes less intelligent than your audience. Stop doing it, you fucking idiots. God.
Like, you were literally the one that told
know.
us that when you become fully Venom, fully transformed, that thing can see you. Like 30 minutes
He's just
ago.
gotta dance.
You're the one who
Drew,
said
he's
it.
got to dance. He just can't resist. He's got to. He's a creature of impulse. Come on, let the man, let the symbiote dance, as they say.
I think he's just a stupid
You
idiot.
big dumb
He's
idiot.
a stupid idiot face.
You big black idiot. No, I'm joking. Jesus
Whoa,
Christ.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Definitely, you will cut that out, Drew.
Big black alien idiot. You big black idiot alien.
Hey, you know
Illegal
what,
alien?
Dave Chappelle says,
Wipe
got
out.
hate in your heart, let it out, white power.
Okay, yeah, let it out. Wipe out. Oh, by the way, we have this whole theme of the Statue of Liberty. I want to see
I
that.
know.
And illegal aliens
The minute
coming
they say
into
that, you're like,
America.
you're never going to see that.
You're-
Right, yeah.
And you know, I guess
Immigration,
now that we're talking about aliens, yeah, it's obviously a liberal, thing about
Liberal propaganda.
America should still, yeah.
What
exactly.
did George Soros bankroll this movie? Come on, is that the liberal guy? I can never remember.
Letting migrants into this country
Disgusting.
like we have for hundreds of years. My
They're
God.
changing our country.
That's what this.
They're changing our country, though.
They're poisoning
you know?
the blood of our country.
Right.
They're stealing the jobs that nobody wants. You know what
They're
I'm saying?
diluting the pure blood.
They're making me hate. Okay, I don't like to hate. Get them out of my sight, and then I won't hate no more.
They're just gross and trashy and junky. Now get out of my lawn. I got to close the door of this mobile home that I live in.
Don't touch all the 16 cars that I'm working on at the same time.
Don't trip over my washer and dryer from 1975 on your way out the door.
We have family like this, so we get a pass. We get a pass. Okay.
If you're afraid they might discover your redneck. Wow, I cannot fucking sing. You will cut that out, Drew.
Ben Folds 5? I'm not cutting out Ben Folds 5. Fuck no. If you're afraid they might discover your redneck.
I don't know why I was doing this voice. I was doing like a...
If you're afraid they might discover your redneck past.
Matthew saved us with a seagull.
Does this voice make Venom want to dance? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's finish this up. So from fucking Vegas. Oh, yeah. So then after this alien comes and destroys this beautiful hotel, condo suite, dominium, the special forces come in and get Eddie and Venom and separate them and take them back to Area 55.
That's how the alien knows to follow them for some reason.
Yeah, I guess
not
it's
really
got
clear on that.
I guess it's got some smarts.
Yeah.
It
Why
just,
can
it
it
just
follow?
gathers
them.
some smarts. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Just got some smarts.
If they... it hasn't been able to do that since, but now they know. They just know. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The movie
Up
has to
until
go
then.
on.
Right. Yeah.
The plot has to move forward,
Right.
which is the reason
so
for the whole
alien
dance scene in the first place.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess to get Miss Chen in there for one last dance as well. She gets her last dance.
Yeah,
And
otherwise
it's a literal last dance.
yeah, the movie couldn't be called The Last Shit in My Pants if it didn't have that. I mean, The Last Dance.
because yeah, I guess fifth graders don't know about Tom Petty's greatest hit, Mary Jane's Last Shit in the Pants.
Yeah. Yeah. Very famous. Very famous music video
Yeah. Obviously a song about death.
with
Hello.
Kim Shit in Your Pants Basinger. Bastard. I don't know how to pronounce her name.
and Tom also shit in your pants.
Petty.
No, wait, Tom.
Clean Pants Boy.
I think I killed her, Petty.
Tom Cocaine Petty.
Tom
I think that's what his name is.
Tom Hart.
Tom, I'll fuck anything dead or alive, Petty. Tom.
I mean, whom
love that
amongst
man.
us?
With Kim Basinger dead? Yep. Oh, wait, what? Wait, what are we talking about here?
No.
I mean, if you know
Tom
a corner, you know a corner. What are you going to do?
There's not many other perks that come with being a coroner. Do you have any idea what the health insurance is on this? Huh? Not very good. So yeah, anyway, the family dropped him off in Vegas and the family's leaving. And they're like, oh, I guess I'll never see an alien. Boo hoo hoo. Oh, and then there's Area 51. Let's sneak in there. God, it just
sneak my entire family into this government military base. We'll be fine.
And you're like, oh, okay, they're fulfilling their purpose. The whole purpose of this family is to have them be saved later. And that's
Right.
exactly what needs to happen. And that's exactly what does happen with this stupid ass family.
Yeah, and then I guess he returns the favor and saves Eddie one time, which is weird. Okay, so now we're in this fight scene. Okay, and we're skipping some scenes here, but I'm kind of getting tired. I think we're all getting tired of going through this ridiculous movie. But we can talk about some of the inconsistencies. So there's this big fight scene, and Christmas is the one who takes Venom and helps after Eddie gets shot by Strickland or somebody dies, then Christmas no, he doesn't quite die. Christmas puts the symbiote back on him. Christmas puts Venom back on Eddie. Eddie comes back alive, says big mistake. Now the fucking xenophage can see him, and then all hell breaks loose. And so then Venom says, free the other symbiotes. So the other symbiotes get free. They start getting onto all the other scientists in the room, and they all start teaming up to fight the xenophage. But the xenophage is super fast, eats a shitload of them. I guess there were, I don't know, maybe a dozen of these symbiotes.
By the way,
and,
they made a big thing in the first movie about like, oh, it's incredibly rare to have a symbiote bond with a human or whatever. And in this movie, it's like, well, whatever. Who cares? Who cares?
Oh,
about
I thought
the
it was
lore?
like over
Yeah, I think
time. It's hard for him to find a host.
Yeah,
that
that's what I
dies.
thought too.
Yeah.
I don't think so because you like saw somebody die in the first movie, like 5 minutes after they introduced the symbiote. Unless I'm remembering it wrong.
No, I don't know.
I could be.
The first movie, yeah. God, it's very anything can happen between then and now. I suppose. So I have no idea.
But anyway, yes, they all get hosts immediately, and it's all good.
And they all get vaporized by the alien gills quite easily. I'm like, these aliens suck.
Like eating spaghetti.
But then somehow a few minutes later, then they start getting an edge up on the aliens. I'm not sure how exactly.
That's because of a silent
on the
vintage
xenophage.
truck again saved the day, like it is wont to do. So they did the thing that is unforgivable. They had a truck save a vehicle ram the villain from frame left with a surprise. It's pretty lame.
Stuart would be livid
right now.
That was me,
but
actually,
there was another scene right before that.
Oh God, we're going scene by scene still. Oh Jesus Christ!
I just want to talk about the inconsistency here. So Strickland shoots a grenade. There's one symbiote and the Christmas symbiote on this xenophage.
No, you're gonna
and then Strickland shoots him with a grenade. Yeah, she says no, you're gonna. And then this huge explosion, boom, and it kills the symbiote person as well as the xenophage. But then the xenophage, of course, reforms itself. Then after the truck gets hit, like Dan just said, the truck hits another bad guy. Then we have another scene where Eddie is about to be eaten by a xenophage. But then Martin, the hippie guy, family guy, shoots a grenade at this xenophage and it just goes pop. And the xenophage is dead, no big explosion at all. And Eddie's perfectly fine. So, I don't know what the difference is between these grenade launchers or what, but Strickland has
It's got some big ass grenades, bro.
Is what we're saying.
Yeah. Way to go, Strickland. Way to go.
Wow.
And then how easy it is to kill these xenophages again. And then all of a sudden you're like chopping off their heads with helicopter blades. They don't seem to get back up after that. I'm not even sure what's going on anymore.
Yeah, you can chop their heads off.
killable.
Okay, cool. We didn't know that before.
Yeah. Okay.
Even though one of them
That
went
was
through
easy.
a fucking
I guess.
jet engine.
Right.
Exactly.
Taste of its own
Not
medicine.
a head chopped
Right.
off. Yeah, and then we get the final talk between Venom and Eddie, and
And
blah,
all
blah,
of a
blah,
sudden,
blah, and then
Eddie Brock is like fatally injured, and they show his fucking injury several times.
Right.
But like the whole time, Venom has the ability to heal him, but he doesn't for some reason for like 5 minutes, and you're like, what is happening here?
yeah,
There's
they have to have a talk first.
Yeah, you're setting up, I thought we're the leader protector. That's what this is. And he's like, oh, so it's like, oh, the Venom is going to let me die. But then no, Venom steps in and saves him and then leaves him. And he's like, what are you doing now? So yeah, it was a moment that tested their friendship. Who's going to be the one to sacrifice
Wow, I
themselves?
did not get that at all.
Neither did I.
That's the only thing that made sense for me with the way they were cutting and the lines. I was like, okay, they're setting up who trusts the other, who trusts, the only way to get rid of the key to the prison the organic key to the prison that lives in their neck or whatever it is. I forgot what it's called already, is for one of them to die.
Codex.
The Codex.
Stupid name.
For one or both of them to die. So it's like, who's
Yeah.
it going to be?
I don't know. Maybe at that point, I was just so used to having every little thing spelled out to me, and that wasn't. So I was
Right,
like,
I know.
whoa, what's happening here? Do I have to actually think during this movie?
Well, that's that's kind of what happened with Christmas too. Like all that bullshit, weird, extraneous scenes that should have been on the cutting room floor just combined for her to be the one that smuggles Venom to Eddie. It's like, wow, you could have done that with nothing else, literally. And you're like, I get it. I get why she did that. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So yeah, it's perplexing. Just the sensibilities and the consistencies for the storytelling itself is very strange.
Yeah.
Stick to porn.
Yep.
Musicals, lady.
Kelly
Marcel.
I mean,
Shell.
maybe I just knew that like there was no way that Eddie Brock was going to be able to single-handedly like kill all these aliens or something. Like it's a foregone fucking conclusion.
Yeah,
there's no question about it. But yeah, that's probably part of it.
Yeah,
and then
totally.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead, Drew.
I don't know. I mean, after that weird ass scene where I did not get that at all, I kind of always assumed that Venom was just going to heal him anyway and was going to sacrifice himself. I never for a minute thought that Eddie would be the one to die for some reason. I always kind of knew it would be Venom. And I don't know why I knew that, but that conversation in the helicopter it was just like sappy, I don't know, fucking icing on a shit cake. That
I think we all.
I don't know.
I think
what
we
it was.
know that. I think we all kind of know that maybe, but they just take pains to set up that Tom Hardy is ready to die. He was like, he's moody, he's sad, he's facing death. They talk about it with the hippie, this thing before you die. He's like, it's here. He's like, and he realizes that.
Oh God, all of that was lost on me.
He's basically planning to kill
gotcha.
himself. I think for like the last half of the movie or whatever. Because once he realizes that the codec needs both of them to survive, and he's tired, he's weary, he's tired of life. So yeah, that scene is when I think he wasn't sure what Venom was going to do either. But he was on death's bed, he was at death's door, and so it's kind of in Venom's hands. So yeah, I was like, it's just a contrivance.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The whole movie is a contrivance from somebody's loins. I don't know. This is a terrible child to birth into the world. Personally, if you ask me, it's just Venom 3 should never have been made. Should have flushed it down the toilet. So anyway, somehow Venom goes out there, grabs all the xenophobes inside of itself. All of a sudden, we have a solution here, and then goes under the acid pour dissolver thing, and then Strickland does the eye thing. He's mortally wounded as well, and he knows he's about to die. But now he can trust the symbiotes. Okay, now he sees that they're on his side. So okay, that great character arc there. Great, right. Wow. And so then he helps to activate the dissolvey thingy, which starts pouring acid down and killing both Venom and the xenophages. And then he has to do it a second time, but then for some reason, now all of a sudden you can just tear down the fucking towers and let all of it, like you didn't even need to activate the goddamn thing if you could already, I don't even know. You could have just tore it down in the first place instead of having Strickland do it twice for you with his eye scan.
The things into the pools of fucking acid that were like next to, underneath the grate. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So many different ways to show this and they choose the one that doesn't make any sense
and
at
Eddie
all.
Brock is laying on the ground, like reaching out but not moving. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's not injured. He's not mortally wounded anymore.
Yeah.
He's not running. He's just laying there.
And then Venom sets a
He's
door.
not injured. He has been healed at this point.
That's a door on.
Puts a door over him because he knows shit's about to get real. He's about to get melted in the acid bath.
It's like some Indiana Jones in a fucking refrigerator shit.
Yeah. Indiana Jones 4, yes. Just put a big heavy metal door, probably that weighs enough to crush him. Just put that on him.
Does the general, like, he's getting rained on pretty bad by acid. So he blows himself up. Is that correct?
Dude, I don't even know where these like falling, these rain.
That was so weird.
Yeah.
Suddenly it starts raining acid and fireballs.
Yeah,
like
weird.
Out of nowhere. I didn't even see. What the fuck? Where did this come from?
I was checked out.
I didn't see an explosion because the explosion came after
Yeah, it
the
was like
fireballs.
once Venom pulled the things, the vats of acid down on him, something they're like exploding from the acid or something.
Right.
And they like hide the kids under the truck instead of driving away from that, which they could have done because they're all in there. I don't know. It's super weird.
No. They were driving away already because after Martin shot the thing with the grenade launcher, he ran away. I'm sorry. And he ran away. And remember the van was moving
why
for whatever fucking reason. The van was moving and he had to run to catch up to it.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of when they were still in the truck, I guess. But
you're
right.
They hang around for so long.
Yes. That was during the attack.
Leave this movie.
for some reason, bunch of shit flying down everywhere.
I didn't understand where that was coming from. I was checked out, but I like how we're like professional movie reviewers. Yeah, like, I have no idea what just happened in that scene. I don't care. We're just going to talk about them.
It was a cocaine-induced
makes no sense.
nightmare child. It doesn't even matter.
This movie
what
either
happens
spoon feeds it to you
Yeah.
or gives you no help whatsoever with certain things.
Yeah. It's got to be a happy medium.
Yes.
But he's what
Yeah.
did he say it earlier where he's like, I'll never forget you. Don't forget me either, Eddie.
Yes.
Was that earlier? Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
That was right before you walked in the acid shower.
I think that's on par with the thumbs up at the end of Terminator 2. I really do.
That's great touching moment. Yep.
Wow.
I'll never forget you.
moved.
Don't forget me either, Eddie. Oh my God.
And then he's in New York. He's like, I'll never forget you, buddy.
That stupid fucking montage of just things that are happening.
Lame. Yes.
I'll never forget that I shared a body with a fucking alien from another planet. Like
For a year, maybe less. Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
A year. And as he's looking at the Statue of Liberty, he goes, I won't forget you, buddy. And then gives the most awkward smile I've ever seen Tom Hardy give. After a montage, of the parts 1, 2, and 3 of the Venom song. Yeah.
It was maybe it was a goodbye to the franchise as well. That's kind of what I was getting out of it.
I think so, yeah.
Man, oh man, what a weak way to end the movie. Holy moly.
Yeah.
I won't forget you, buddy.
And I like how the general, when he's like healing, is like literally says, everything that's happened in San Francisco in the last few days, consider it expunged.
yep.
Oh my God. Everything's good. You know, he lost a friend, but his slate's clean now. That's good. Whoa, shit. What an arc.
Eddie Brock in this universe can go back to
Being a motorcycle
Eddie
man, a motorcycle guy. Yeah, that's his thing, right? There's a motorcycle in every goddamn movie.
He was not meant. And by the way, the general was just sitting there
I know,
waiting for Eddie to wake up. Then he has 5 things to say to him and then walks out. Like, I have nothing better to do except sit here and wait for this guy to wake up.
28 hours. My ass hurts. Just listen to me very closely. I've got 5 things to say to you. Goodbye. God damn it. I cleared my schedule for 48 hours for this. What am I going to do
now? Let's go find a butt plug with
I
teeth.
did not jerk off on the foot of your bed several times while I was waiting. I don't know where that stuff came from. It wasn't me.
That stuff. It's kind of weird looking.
They call it symbiote, but I don't know.
like
It
it
just
when it
looks like
dries,
cum to me.
It was wiggling around when it came out. Now it's just dry and crusty. Eddie, he was not meant for this world. You can't have him. You're expunged.
That's Chinatown, Eddie.
I won't forget you, buddy. So, hey, look, I hope you enjoyed this hour-and-a-half long episode. You know, when the movies are really bad, we got a lot of shit to say.
True.
So,
It's true.
Yeah. Let's see. How about some ratings real quick? You guys want to give your ratings for this movie?
Please,
so
God.
we can end this episode.
Boy.
Go talk to people in
Let's do it.
in Patreon. Let's go.
Go, Matt.
Okay.
Yeah, Matt.
I'm going to give this
Matt, you can go
one
first.
3 bags of popcorn, mostly kernels, no salt, no ketchup. Yeah, that's right. I like ketchup on my popcorn. No butter.
No ketchup.
No feces. Well, that's a good thing. So maybe a little bit of feces. Yeah, I got 3. I got 3 for this one. It was pretty fucking bad. It was pretty bad, and it was written for children who have been bonked on the head, and it made no sense. That's all I got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it made 0 sense. Well said. Well said. Dan,
2.
what do you got?
2 out of 10 codexes. I'm giving it 2 out of 10 codexes.
Wow.
Not very good at all. Not really. There's not a lot going for this movie, frankly. Maybe the VFX was pretty cool, but even then it was the VFX. Yeah, there we go. That's what I got.
Good job, VFX people.
Good VFX. There you go.
That's it.
Full stop.
Yeah,
Full stop.
To clarify, my 3 was out of 10 as well. Not out of 5.
Yes,
Not
yes.
out of 5.
Not 5.
Out of 10.
Not 5. Yes.
That's a bigger number.
10 is a bigger number than 5, people.
Yes.
That is why you listen to this show, to get these insights
is-
into maths.
We're the Maths podcast.
Yes. All right. What about you, Drew?
Oh gosh, I was, I think I gave Rebel Moon 2. I think I gave it a 2 out of 10. I'm gonna have to give this one a 3. God, it's so tempting to give it a 2.
It wasn't
well.
for me. It wasn't as entertaining to watch as Rebel Moon, even though it's just as bad of a movie. So, isn't that weird? I'm not debating your scoring. I'm just like thinking out loud. I'm just thinking like, wow, these are both terrible, but Rebel Moon 2 is so much fucking more fun.
Yeah. They're terrible in different ways.
They are terrible in different ways.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 2 out of 10 on this one as well. It's actually kind of even worse than Rebel Moon 2, not just because, they are really bad in different ways, but this is like a really cool, well-known character with an almost unlimited amount of material that you could draw from in the comic books. For fuck's sake. Good Lord, why did you turn Venom into a slapstick 5-year-old child? Sausages!
Right.
Horsey, horse! What the fuck is this shit?
I think they
What is
maybe
going on
hemmed
here?
in. I think they maybe hemmed in with the intellectual property rights. I don't know if they can access many more characters in the MCU, frankly, because it's like a Sony.
But they could have just
production.
written him in an actual complex way.
Just made it as interesting as the comic books. It's a weird direction for them to go, for sure.
Yeah.
It is a very, very
So it
strange.
makes it. Yeah, and that's to me what makes it worse than, in some ways, worse than Rebel Moon 2, because Rebel Moon 2 is just, God, the birth child of a
Oh my god.
of a kid with
An absolute train wreck.
with head trauma.
It is so fun
Yeah.
to watch. Yeah.
I argue with that with you. I think it's fun to watch, but
This is so not
but,
fun to watch. Yeah.
this was painful.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 out of 10. Giant dildos with teeth shoved up my ass. Thank
So
God
a
for the
lower rating
weird
would be
character Christmas.
better in that case. Because 10 out of 10 dildos with teeth sounds really bad.
Not if you love pain,
Depends, man.
the way I do.
Depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Right on. Right on.
it's a place I like to call the stranger zone. Oh wait, I'm sorry, the zone of interest. Never mind. I'm done.
Nice.
Zone of interest, strange.
Zone of dick.
Some
dick
sort of
tris.
zone. Some sort of zone of pain pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
Something's going
Just
on. Something's going on in that
yeah.
zone.
Yeah, I don't have any reviews to read, wrong reviews or right reviews, and I think we've finished this episode. So we're gonna bid you all, listeners, adieu. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed
Au revoir.
our weird scene by scene dissection of this movie. I had fun. Hope you did. And as Dan said, au revoir, adieu, auf Wiedersehen, ciao, obrigado. Mr. Roboto.
Just remember, when thunder sounds, it's time to go to Pound Town.
It's time to go to Pound Town right now for me. Okay, let's go. Let's get off this call.
With thunders, no, I got nothing. Fuck. Damn it. Whatever rhymes with jack off. There you go. Have at it.
When thunder is cracking off, it's time for jacking off.
Nice. That's not bad.
Ooh, yeah, it
not
covers the
bad.
sound of your self-flagellation.
Right.
Well, I guess not in Drew's case. It doesn't
Yeah.
cover
Pretty
it.
loud. Pretty loud.
do.
Wow, Drew, what are you doing over there?
Wow, what are you doing to that poor cat?
Cat's in heat. I got to help it out.
Oh my god! Take pictures. And send
That's
them
legal
to
in
me.
Brazil. That's legal in Rio de Janeiro. And that's why you
As
listen
long
to
as the
this
cat is
show.
over the age of 2. Yes.
You want pictures of Drew and a cat? Then join our Patreon.
Yes,
You can get
correct.
pictures of me and more than a cat. There's plement of animals around here.
We're gonna blackmail you like in the first
king.
episode of Black Mirror. We're just gonna keep making that sound we're gonna make Drew have sex with a cat, and this will all go away. Okay.
Baby. All right, thanks for listening. This is Drew signing off, and say bye. Say bye, guys. Say bye. Boys.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Have a great holiday season. No, it's not the holidays.
No.
No.
I won't forget you, listeners.
Nice.
The movie of the day is Venom 3. It's a slapstick action buddy comedy. Dialogue and exposition that'll make you scream. The darkness has teeth, what does that even mean? The characters' actions defy logic and reason. The contrived ass story has got me wheezing. Venom 3, what you doing to me? Venom 3, what you doing to me? Oh, Venom 3, you're killing me. Oh, Venom 3, you're killing me. You're putting me through a jet engine. You're blowing me up with a grenade launcher. You're chopping my head off with a helicopter blade. You're melting my ass in an acid shower. Oh, Venom 3, please just kill me. Please just kill me.